LVMON staking is live on LeverUp, and it solves a problem that every MON holder on Monad has been sitting with. Your MON is just sitting there, not earning anything, while Monad's liquid staking ecosystem is generating yield every single epoch. Today, I want to walk through exactly what LVMON is, how the mechanism works, and why the participation rate dynamic makes the timing of early staking more interesting than it might look at first glance. Let's start with the problem. If you're holding MON on Monad, you're making a straightforward bet on the network. But idle MON is just that, idle. The issue is that to participate in LeverUp's perpetuals market, you previously needed USDC. That meant MON holders either sold their MON into a stablecoin, giving up their spot exposure, or they kept MON completely separate from their trading activity. Either way, the capital wasn't working as hard as it could be. LVMON closes that gap. The design is, your MON keeps doing what MON does, holding network exposure, earning staking yield, while also being usable as trading collateral inside LeverUp. The same capital, doing both things at once. Here's how the mechanism works. LVMON doesn't come from a direct deposit. It's what you receive when you close a MON-collateral position on LeverUp. You open a trade with MON as collateral, you close it, and the protocol settles the close in LVMON. That LVMON represents your MON position. The MON the protocol receives through those settlements doesn't sit idle. It gets deployed across Monad's active yield-bearing LSD protocols, specifically LVMON and DMON. These stake the underlying MON and generate yield from Monad network activity. That yield flows back to LVMON stakers. Now here's the mechanic worth paying attention to. The protocol earns yield on the total MON deposited, the entire vault, but only LVMON that has been actively staked is eligible for yield distribution. Those are two different things. If 60% of LVMON holders stake, the 60% who staked share the yield generated by 100% of the underlying MON. The effective APY scales with how much of the circulating LVMON supply is actually staked. Early in the protocol's life, when participation is lower, active stakers get a larger share of the vault's earnings. As more LVMON gets staked over time, that share normalizes. You're not competing against the vault, you're getting a bigger slice of it while others haven't shown up yet. Using it is straightforward. Go to the LVMON page on app.leverup.xyz, navigate to Mint and Redeem and click Open Position under the Mint tab. That takes you to the trading interface. Open a position with MON as collateral, then close it. The protocol settles in LVMON, and it lands in your wallet. Then you stake that LVMON on the LVMON Stake tab. From that point, you're accruing your share of the vault's earnings each epoch. You can claim rewards to your wallet or compound them back into your staking position. You can also stake a partial amount. Unstaked LVMON stays as a liquid token representing your MON position. On redemption, it's the reverse. You burn LVMON, you get MON back. Because the deposited MON is deployed across LSD protocols, redemptions may go through a short unbonding window depending on vault utilization at the time you request. LeverUp doesn't charge a redemption fee under the current settings. You receive MON at the current LVMON to MON exchange rate, which reflects your position value plus any accrued yield that hasn't yet been distributed. There's also the collateral angle. LVMON is a supported collateral type on LeverUp, which means you can use it as margin for perpetuals positions directly. So your MON exposure stays productive, earning staking yield and usable as trading collateral simultaneously. This is the same principle behind any collateral applied to LeverUp's own synthetic token. Capital stays productive across all of its uses at once. And then there's the LV connection. Every epoch, the protocol takes a commission from the LVMON staking vault and uses it to buy LV on the open market. That LV gets burned. This is the first active buyback stream for LV and it's already running. The transactions are on-chain and observable per epoch. It's a small stream at this stage of the protocol, but it's real revenue that settles every epoch, not a promise about future mechanisms. The broader picture: LeverUp's LVMON Vault is a yield product built natively for Monad. MON holders get a productive home for their tokens inside a DeFi primitive on the same chain. LSD protocols like MON and DMON get additional depositor volume routed through the LeverUp Vault, and trading activity on LeverUp generates additional utility for MON without requiring MON holders to exit their position. The infrastructure is composable by design. LVMON staking is live. The vault is open, the buyback is running, and the participation rate dynamic means the earlier you show up, the larger your share of the vault's yield. The link to get started is in the show notes. I'm Marcus. See you in the next one.